Hi you guys, welcome back. Don't hate me. I know it's been so long and I'm doing really bad at being consistent, but I've just been so sick on and off now for like 4 months now. It's so crappy. But for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know I recorded a plant tour, apartment collection tour, and I actually am halfway done editing that, but it is multiple parts because just the plant room alone was like 2 hours. So yeah, so it's taken me a long time to edit and also just not feeling good and whatnot, but that is in the works. So while I'm editing that, I just kind of want to get you guys another video up at least, just to say hi. It's been so long. I haven't done this in a while, but we're doing a little plant haul video today because Lost in the Forest just had their grand opening in their new location, and it's literally across the street from their old location, but it's a way bigger store. Dino and I went to go check out their grand opening, and they had a bunch of plant sales, and it was just a big shop flooded with like all rare plants. I thought about recording it, but I knew it would be so busy and that just wouldn't be good for anybody. I think in the future I will do a plant shop tour and figure that out, but I wanted to show you guys what I got because she had a ton of second chance plants, and I think all philodendrons are 25% off, and then Ring of Fires were $9 any size, and then what else, Parizo Verdes were I think also like $9 or something like that, or something, like they were cheap. And then there was a green Congo philodendron hybrid variegated one or whatever, and that one had like 2 promo sales too. So there were some sales going on, and I only got like, I mean, I did like second chance plants. I didn't really get anything that was part of the other sales. But yeah, anyways, you guys will not believe, you won't believe what I got. Let's start off with a pretty crazy one. This one is a variegated chiapensi. It's a syngonium. As you guys can see, it had a little more on like that marbling variegation. You guys can see it looks like it's either bleached or it's struggling a little bit just because it's such a light color, and normally they're like that deeper green that I have back there. But guess what I paid for this? $5. Now, I will say this was in the second chance plant section, and that's because it looks like, I think this is the newest leaf, and obviously you guys can see there's no variegation. So if it's reverting, then that makes sense. The non-variegated version, so just the Syngonium chiapensi, isn't one that you would be spending a ton of money on anyways. So I guess that makes sense why it's in the second chance as only $5. However, if even $5, if it's possible that it could be variegated and get back like this, then what's $5? You know what I mean? I've been keeping my eye on this plant to see if the price will come down, because eventually I would like to get one. But in the meantime, a $5 one that, you know, only has one other leaf, who knows if like the next one will be variegated or not, and or if I can do things or chop and prop or whatever to encourage the variegation, because I don't know if you'll be able to see, you guys see that stripe? So there is actual variegation on the stem itself and on the petiole. So yeah, I don't know, but this is what I love the most about second chance plants, is that you can get reverted ones or just plants that don't have a ton of variegation in general, and then you might get surprised. I've actually had reverted philodendrons that were second chance $10 plants put out half moons. So you just never know. It's the fun in it. And as a wish list plant, I was like, $5 is a risk I'm willing to take. It's literally not even a risk. But yeah, variegated Syngonium chiapensi, $5. All right, the next one. So this one is also a second chance plant. This one I didn't think it was what it is. And actually Forrest from Lost in the Forest told me what it was. When they do second chance plants, they take the tag off, so you don't normally know what you're getting. Sometimes they'll put it over the tag so you could like peel it off and see, but I thought that this was something different than what it is, and it turned out to be even better in my opinion, maybe. Anyways, I'm rambling on. This was $10, and I don't know if you guys can guess, but this is a Monstera Aurea. Considering what I paid for my Aurea, to get one for $10 unintentionally was pretty wild to me. I will say, so you guys can see there's like the newest leaf. It is coming out like a chartreusey color. I do have the Monstera Aurea, and a lot of people talk about it reverting or putting out fully chartreuse light green leaves, and that tends to happen a lot with different types of Aurea plants. The variegated domesticum, Philodendron domesticum, will do that as well. That one I always am chopping and trying to like fight to get that variegation back. But my Monstera Aurea that has outgrown my cabinet now, I have not chopped it, and it has not yet done this where it puts out the full chartreuse leaves. So I've been really lucky so far. But yeah, this was one, when I look in the second chance plants section, that's such a tongue twister. I kind of look for things like this because I'm like, what is that? Rarely do people, it seems, rarely do shop owners get just like a plain green leaf plant and then not know what it is, or if it was supposed to be that way, then it would just be for sale regularly. You know what I mean? Like I was like, what is this? Why is this in the section? But I was looking at the petioles because you guys can see it goes up here and down. And so I was like, that's different. I honestly originally thought that it could have been a Philodendron burrow marks flame, and that's because of this leaf. Because I was like, okay, it's a little narrow, it's got like the pointy tip. You know, if you guys have ever seen a burrow marks flame, sometimes the immature leaves can kind of give off this shape. But that's the hard thing, is a lot of philodendrons and monsteras, they just look the same when they're immature. So I thought I picked up potentially a burrow marks flame, but instead I got a Monstera Aurea. So regardless, both are a good deal. And you know, to be honest, even if it stays chartreusey reverted, I don't mind at all. A $10 Aurea. The prices are coming down on those though. So, you know, someday soon, I think it'll be like the Thai constellation where they're just everywhere. And then I bet they'll just come off as like a golden pothos. Cause you guys, Thai constellations are popping up everywhere. So never thought I'd see the day, but yeah. So what did I say this was? $10. And that's a Monstera Aurea. So far, can you guys believe that I've spent $15? Friggin' wild. I couldn't not get a Ring of Fire. This was, I mean, originally $40, which the price of Philodendron Ring of Fires is coming down drastically. However, this was part of the doorbuster sale, so it was like $9 for any size. So you guys see the size. This is about a 4 to 5 inch pot. So I don't know, like $9 kind of makes sense if it were a regular plain philodendron for that size, but it was any size, and that meant that she actually had some that were on a cocoa coir pole. She had larger ones that were also $9. If you got one of those, I did not, but if you got one of those, amazing deal. Even though I know, like I said, they're coming down in price. I actually already have a Ring of Fire from 2 to 3 years ago. It's not cute because I've had it growing in so many different places that it literally has been like twisty turning towards the light. But just in general, because I already have a Ring of Fire, I wasn't pressing to get the biggest Ring of Fire because I'm trying not to have too many duplicates of plants. But also the Ring of Fire, it's a stunning plant, stunning variegation. If you guys really like philodendrons, or if you really just like variegated plants, they come out kind of like, you can barely see, but you can kind of see right there. They come out like a pink color and orange. The variegation, these chunks will come out orange and pink and everything, and then they'll fade to chartreuse yellow. And I will say, like, Ring of Fire is just such a good name for this plant because it's literally just like a ring and it's just stunning. People were, oh, there's a little half moon leaf on this one down there. People were literally just like digging, trying to find the very best one. I literally was like, I'm just gonna pick up a Ring of Fire because $9, why not? And again, I already have one, so I was like, I'm not pressed for it. But also, you guys, Ring of Fires will put out such unpredictable variegation. You'll get something like this, and then you'll get a chunk that just has like tons of sectoral variation. They will put out so many different kinds of variegation just in one plant. But you know, I was like, I'm happy. This one has some little pieces of sectoral variegation, some marbling, has a new leaf on the way, so it's healthy and happy. And I was like, that's good enough for me. I'm not gonna be too crazy about it. But Dino and I got there, the doors opened at 11 and we got there at like 11:02. There were people lined up outside all the way down the sidewalk. A herd of people, you guys. There had to have been 50 plus people. I'm sure they all got the larger sizes. They were probably like, I want to get the best plants. And there were a lot of plants that I was kind of like, oh, I would have gotten that, but I kind of missed out. But at the same time, I have 300 and, well, now probably 315 plants. And I just don't, if I don't get it, it's not meant to be. Anyways, Ring of Fire, philodendron, and this one, like I said, I paid $9. So what is that, 14? So far, this, the variegated Chiapensi and the Monstera aurea, $14. It's so crazy, you guys. Just thinking about what the market was like a year ago, it's so crazy. Speaking of crazy, I have one more plant to show you. And I feel like I'm a little crazy for it, but I also was in a treat yourself mood. And it's one that I've been wanting, which if you've watched my previous videos, you will know. It's that. Look at her. So I just want to show you this too because like it's almost literally as tall as me. But yeah, I'm sure you can barely tell, but like I think we gotta unwrap it. Not as heavy as I thought it would be, but it's a 3-gallon pot. So there she is. I don't even know how I want to show you because like it's so tall. All right. So here she is. This is an Epipremnum elbow. What I love about Epipremnums is that just like Monsteras, when they mature, they get fenestrations. This plant has numerous vines and it's fenestrating. And look at how big this leaf is. Yeah. So the big part about this plant is that I've had this one, you guys know, remember when I got really, really sick and I wanted to save the one that I bought, I don't know, what was that, July, August or something? And I put it on a moss pole and then it just totally crisped up and died. Yeah, I was so sad. I actually had wanted like a mature one because when you pin them up, it can take, depending on how you care for them, it can take a long time to fenestrate. I've had one of these for 3 years, and it wouldn't fenestrate. It would adhere the roots to the cocoa coir pole, but it wasn't fenestrating. It was getting like the little, you guys see those little dot inner fenestrations. It wasn't those fenestrations. And so I like this plant because I like how it looks in the mature form. And I told myself, oh my God, this leaf size, you guys. I told myself if I get another one, I just want to get one that's already at that stage of fenestrating. And Forrest had 2 or 3 of these that were this size in the past, but I waited too long to decide to get it. I literally was like, okay, if it's here in a week, I'll get it. And then I was like, no, I don't really want to spend that yet. I'll wait a week. And then legit the week I decided to pull the trigger and get it, someone bought it. So I was devastated. Even though it's just a plant, I took my time. I didn't want to be impulsive. I was like, I'm ready. I want it. I want to spend the money on it. So excited. And then I literally got there and it was gone. And I was like, no. I tried to be responsible. So this is why you might call me crazy. This was the most expensive plant, obviously, with all the other plants being $5 and $10. I honestly, it took so long for me to be like, do I just do it? You know, it's worth it. And I've been waiting. I paid $275. It's hard because I know the younger, immature forms literally could be $5, $10, whatever. But this is one of those plants where you're paying for the maturity. There are like 6 plants or so in this pot, and it's massive. Like, I will say it pained me to spend that much because I'm cutting back on my spending, but at the same time, there's a reason that you're spending that much on something like this. This is a statement plant. It's a specimen. No regrets, you guys. No regrets. So, there she is. Can't even get the whole thing in there. And like I said, this is in Epipremnum elbow. Okay, so total, we had $275 for the Epipremnum elbow. And then we had a $5 variegated Chiapensi, so that's $280. $10 Aurea, so that's $290, and then a $9 Ring of Fire. So what is that? $299. So about $300 I spent total. I paid more than that for my one Monstera Aurea. It's just wild. It's wild, just compared to like the market and everything. It's really wild, and no regrets. Please keep in mind, so like I said, I filmed a plant tour, collection tour that is broken into different parts, even though it's still a super long video per part. But I did that and I filmed that before getting these plants, so you're not gonna see these in that video. I don't even know where I'm gonna put this massive Epipremnum. But yeah, so just don't get confused because you're not gonna see this. And I'm pretty sure actually in that plant tour, I still had the dead Epipremnum elbow that I was trying to save. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't thrown it out, but I've chopped it and cleaned it up and gotten rid of everything dead because it started putting out new growth points now. I'm like, are you dead or not? Like, what's going on here? So I think I had that included in my plant tour and you'll see it. It's not good. But yeah, so you won't see any of these in that video because this is filmed after that, so don't get confused. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm so sorry I've been so MIA. It's just gotta do what I gotta do to take care of myself, and hopefully that can improve over time. It feels good to show you guys my plants and talk about plants again. I hope to get that plant tour video up next and soon. Like I said, I'm halfway done with it. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It's really gonna help me out, especially with the algorithm, because I've been so MIA and not posting consistently. If you guys like plants and you just want to talk plants and see planty stuff, then go ahead and subscribe. And I'll just see you guys in the next video. Hopefully not too long. Yeah. Bye.